Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All right. First of all, everybody, welcome. Thank you for coming out here. We know a lot of you traveled from far away. I got it. Thank you, Pierre. All right, because I know a lot of you guys travel from far away, and I know everybody needs to appreciate you coming out. I know I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate everybody here. I know there's a good group here. These two attract good people. It's who they are. But it's really good to have everybody here to witness the union of Morgan and Carina as husband and wife, before friends, family, and inhabitants of this universe. Together, we will share in the joys of their wedding, both with the outward celebration of this occasion and with an internal appreciation for the love that surrounds us. Morgan Baker and Carina Weedle. You two have the opportunity to build an amazing life together. You're blessed to share this experience with the loved ones gathered here to support you as you embark on this journey together. As you stand here today, before those gathered here in your honor and before one another, take note that after you speak your vows today, your lives will never be the same. Ever. Forever. Oh no. Oh man, I lost my spot, guys. Oh man. But marriage, regardless of any preconceived notions you might have, has a capacity to deepen and challenge and strengthen you and your relationship in ways that you never thought possible. The joy you'll find as you pursue your shared lives will fuel you to face head-on the challenges you'll encounter on this earth, and maybe sometime later beyond, Elon and all that stuff. On your journey together, keep your spouse in the space of highest priority in your heart. Learn to work together, to laugh together, to play slap hands together during your wedding. Don't get caught up in worldly things that will draw you apart. Instead, focus on your shared devotion and turn inward. As your relationship strengthens, you'll find that you come to share a remarkable love, a love that is both abundantly given and freely accepted. As we celebrate this bond of unity today, it is important that we keep in mind that while this is certainly an occasion of tremendous joy, the promises we witness here today are serious and are life-altering commitments. Love, it has been noted, as the reason we live. As Carl Sagan wisely deduced, the world is so exquisite with so much love and moral depth. We should remain grateful every day for the brief but magnificent opportunity that life provides. The sum of all of our evolution, our thinking, and our accomplishments is love. Now, I personally know Carina and Morgan, and I'm grateful for the positivity and joy that they've brought to my life. I know everyone here has had similar experiences as me. All of you guys out here that have come together, you've spent time with them, had adventures with these two, had dinner with them, chatted with them, joked with them, and I know you have a special spot in your heart for them, which is why you're here. But they're two adventurous souls with so much in common. The parts that make up Morgan and Carina that are not in common can be how they complement each other. Kind of like pro wrestlers. They can tag in one another when they're feeling overwhelmed, or if they know the other is better at handling an obstacle. You both have your strengths, and you both have your weaknesses, despite what you might think. But with this in mind, remember that it should never be you versus each other. It should always be you two versus the challenge in front of you. These two, much like many people here, have different backgrounds, whether it be religious differences, where they grew up, blue collar or white collar, left-leaning or right. What I've observed with these two is a similar moral code. Carina coming from a traditional Christian background, and Morgan coming from a less religious but more honor-based and loving background. And if you've met his family, or even Carina's family, you know that they share so much in common. They're loving people, huge hearts, and they care about the world and the people around them. But with these differences, it doesn't really matter. We're here to respect each other and love each other no matter what. Now, I know that everybody has different beliefs, but I personally have read one verse from the Bible. We have just one verse ever. No, just so Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25 through 33. I think this pertains to this union. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church, gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. For no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does the church. And how does this pertain to the union of these two? Well, to simplify, Christ gave himself to the church fully, making it perfect and pure. Give yourselves to each other, making the two of you perfect for each other, and making you one. And now, from a more modern work, from a modern philosopher who has said, I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm going to make it. I will survive. Keep on surviving. If we look at Morgan and Carina as one, and to make sure they stay together, this is the attitude to have. So thank you, Destiny's Child, for that. Those wise words. It is with simultaneous feelings of elation and expressions of respect that we proceed. Morgan and Carina, I would now invite you to publicly speak your commitment to your partner. Morgan, would you like to begin?
I will go first. Carina, I love the softness of your touch and the way you look into my eyes when you tell me you love me. I always know you are there for me, even when we are apart. I love your tan lines, ever changing from climbing, rafting, lounging in the sun. I know I will always have my adventure buddy by my side. Carina, you are diligent and ambitious, kind and caring, passionate and fierce, all qualities that you help me with to be a better person every day. I am so happy and lucky that I've been able to fall in love with you and build our relationship together. You bring joy, love, and inspiration to my life. You are my best friend, and I love you with all my heart.
Carina, your turn.
Mine might be a little bit longer. Morgan, when I saw you for the first time, I could tell instantly that you were a person very sure of yourself. What's a trend? You've never heard of it, or rather, simply did not care to let something fleeting define you. You were someone I knew would make a good friend because every intention seemed to start with a fresh piece of paper on which you'd allow its contents to develop over time, creating a beautiful story. Should our friendship become more, I knew there would be no deciphering the mystery of you would unfold in time, and your mind was made up but always open to the possibilities of what could or might be. This is merely one of the many things I love about you, amongst others. You always think before you speak. I don't. You are a more than adequate listener. You are genuine in your love towards me. Your support is unwavering. And your companionship is loyal. Not only would I anticipate these qualities in any friend of mine, but when that friendship turns into a relationship, it is truly a beautiful thing to witness and a blessing to be a part of. Thank you for loving me as I am. I know I use words a great deal more than the average person. But between the two of us, although you speak far less than I do, somehow we always manage to end up on the same page. The road ahead is not a freshly smooth and paved one. It is a one-lane, winding drive with a constant gain in elevation, a daunting drop-off on one side, and a sheer cliff on the other. We can only go one direction, and we will both have our fair share at the wheel. Needless to say, it's all uphill from here, but I can't wait to discover what's waiting for us on the other side. And I know the journey will be worth the risks we take because of the trust we put in each other. As your wife from this day forward, I vow to trust you with my life, my heart, and whatever the future may hold. No, I guess to smoke. I vow to work on being slow to anger, slow to speak, quick to listen, and quick to forgive. I vow to respect you and never slander or mistreat you. I vow to honor you, to honor your name and mine, and stand up for it should it be depreciated or shamed. I vow to love you unconditionally to the best of my ability, no matter how trying times become. I vow to hold you accountable and rely on you to help guide me through life in becoming the person I am meant to be. I vow to pray for you and trust God with your life and mine, and give thanks for all our blessings, but especially our hardships. I vow to always be your adventure buddy and challenge you to push me outside of my comfort zone, but discern the difference if any danger should arise. Morgan, I am unequivocally and wholeheartedly yours. Every laugh, every squeak, every heartache, every tear. And I know without a doubt this is true as long as we are here.
Morgan and Carina, please join hands. Morgan, do you take Carina to live together in the union of marriage, to take her as your best friend and partner in life, to honor, cherish, and love her from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, for all of your days?
I do.
Carina, do you take Morgan to live together in the union of marriage, to take him as your best friend and partner in life, to honor, cherish, and love him from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, for all of your days?
I do.
Now, who has those rings? All right, you two. Family and friends, I am pleased to pronounce Morgan and Carina husband and wife. You may now kiss the husband.